So why did we get a milestone if it's a time loop?
The milestones are per session. It actually doesn't tell like story-wise, and I haven't given you guys a milestone in a long time. So
Okay.
I figured everyone used pretty much a determination or was injured in the last episode, so everyone deserved a normal milestone, in my opinion.
I think
seeing as
everyone
you
might
were
have done
trying to
both.
kill us all.
Well, there was a reason for that. But since you guys only did one loop from last session, we are going to jump to the bridge real quick. The main power, just from what I remember, main power went offline due to the shockwave, and I'm not gonna make you roll for it again because I believe you already did that last session, just at the start.
Yep.
And main power just came back online, and I believe we'll just go ahead and start with a sensor sweep. Keith Ryan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. Sorry. I got momentarily distracted because I was trying to figure it out, because the last game that I did yesterday, it was a completely different setup, and I was trying to like reacquaint myself with the setup.
Okay, so it's just a reason science difficulty 0. And need a ship roll for sensor science. If someone has the ship pulled up.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Or somebody beat me to it.
Okay, that is 1 momentum gain for you guys. And like before, you guys find yourself in the midst of a battle between a group of Orions and Klingons.
I'm assuming we don't feel any kind of like deja vu or anything.
No, not at this time.
Okay, I'm with the sensor sweep. I'm gonna go ahead and report that to the captain.
Okay, and the captain's gonna order shields up. So it is officially your guys' first turn. So we're gonna jump right into combat here.
Have me and the engineer, are we down below in engineering? Is that where we're restarting from?
Yeah, you are in engineering.
So, it's one of the guys on the bridge first. I think would be a good idea. So there's not much we can do from engineering right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone favor trying to hail them?
No. I mean, I guess. But they're already involved in a battle, so...
Probably the Orions, maybe.
I just figured if we could figure out who the main aggressor is, because we don't know who started the fight, then we could figure out how to end it quick.
Okay, so... No, you don't. Because you guys' memories were wiped.
I mean, that's something I would suggest.
Oh, so... like meta, we know that the Orions stole something from the Klingons, but we don't know that right now.
Right.
Well, we still would hail.
Yeah, it's not our fight, so I mean, you can do that if you want to.
Yep. Go ahead, Commander. That's what you would like to do.
Well, would that be a roll?
Yes, it would.
Alright, I'm assuming control science or something like that.
To hail?
Control
No.
engineering.
No, it is control engineering. Assisted by communications plus engineering, and so yeah, it is a difficulty 0.
If nothing else, we'll get momentum out of this.
You gain 2 momentum, and your hail goes unanswered.
At least we tried.
It is the Klingons go, unless you guys want to retain the initiative.
I think not.
I don't think Starfleet would fire first anyway.
I guess technically we're not involved here yet.
Until they make us involved.
I mean, to be fair, we are the most advanced starship out here right now.
That didn't stop them last time.
Fair enough. We also sat there like a log, too, so...
Yeah, we're going to want to keep shields up this time.
We might
Yeah,
want to
shield
also move and evade and...
So, one of the Klingon vessels notices you from your hail and warps directly right on top of you into close range.
Is the D5 the old bird of prey?
It is not. It is actually the precursor to the D7.
Is the D5 the one with the circular little like baseball bow with the little?
No, it's exactly what it
Rectangle on
looks
top?
like on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Did I not move you guys? Yeah, I moved you guys. Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like.
Oh, where'd you get the tokens? did you make
Painstaking
those?
hours. I did not make them, but I did a lot of photoshopping.
Kudos.
So it is your guys' go.
I
So just
guess.
evasive action.
Yeah, they
Uh,
can't shoot from the back, right?
Disruptors are close range, aren't they? Or
Yeah,
something
they're
like
close
that?
range.
Okay, so we actually probably want to not do evasive, but attack pattern because they have no.
So,
They have a 2 to hit us. We have a 3 because we're using phasers.
We can also move.
I'm saying if we go above them, are we able to get on the other side of them? Because I don't think their disruptors will hit us from the...
no,
Rear, right?
it's 360.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they also have turrets. And turrets are 360.
No, it's just 360. The rules don't specify like a front end. This is not like a video game. So
Oh.
Okay, so if we go this way, we're going to be putting ourselves between that one Klingon and all these Orions. So if the Orions decide to fire on us, fine. But if they decide to help, that's better. So I'm thinking we go over here instead of
just-
going over here.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever medium range is where we should move to.
I don't know how that's represented on a map, though.
you need to move. You'll have to do an impulse move to get into medium range.
Is that a minor or is that a full task?
That's a task.
How many squares roughly would that be?
2. So you actually go from where you're at now to here.
Okay, I think that's worth it.
Yeah,
So
Can
I'll
you-
just. What's
because
up?
if they've got to take that action to move in again, that's less they're shooting at us.
I
Right.
could fire a torpedo.
Or I could just increase the difficulty and still use the disruptors.
Yeah.
All right, so moving is what we should do.
Can we
Okay.
move while doing a?
You can, well, no, if you're just doing an impulse move, it's the move action. If you want to
Okay.
move one square, you could do something like evasive and make it harder
See,
to hit you.
Here's what I was thinking. We move to medium range. We spin the 2 momentum. We let Sean blast them.
You
Yeah,
can
Yeah,
do
I'm-
that.
Or
Not with that plan.
So you're gonna use 2 momentum to do a swift or 2 momentum to retain the initiative.
it would
The
be 2 to
initiative.
the initiative.
Okay.
Well, no, because Caleb's going to be moving the ship and firing, isn't he?
No, I'd have to roll as Julius Michelson to roll the ship. And then I'd have to roll as Lieutenant Commander Sean to fire, so it's 2 different characters.
So I'm good with moving and shooting.
Commander.
Well, not to be an asshole, but this isn't a democracy, and you're in engineering, so I say we move and don't shoot. And if we do evade the disruptors, which is fine, we still don't shoot. Wait until they.
So evasive action, basically.
Basically, unless because the way the GM just described it, it seems like even if we do move 2 spaces, it can still hit us. But if we do evasive action, it's basically just making it harder to hit us, but we're moving less. So it seems like an even trade.
Okay, it's Daring Con difficulty 1, I believe. Assisted
Yes.
by the ship's engine.
Yes.
So we did evasive action.
Yeah.
So to there. That's 2 momentum for
Yeah.
you guys. Is that right?
That's fine.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And you're up to 5 momentum. And anything else you're going to do? Okay, you're not retaining the initiative at all. Correct? Alright.
Question though, and this doesn't have to be for this turn, but is there a mechanic or a like, is it a minor action or what? Or basically, does the game allow for distribution of shields? Like, for example, if the
No.
ship was coming up behind us. No. Okay.
No. No. It does not. And if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, I believe evasive uses a power.
Yeah, it uses 1 power.
Okay, so you guys should be at 7. Correct?
Yes.
Alright.
No, I think power is set to our health right now.
So Raptor 1. Wow. That is. They are using. They're impulsing in. So there. So that's 3 momentum, or 3 threat for me. I'm spending 2 of that to do a swift task. That's too many threat there. To fire weapons. Difficulty 4. I'm going to spend 3 threats to increase that. Or to give me more dice. Spending 2 threats. Oh, come on. Reroll. That is a hit. I have to breach to the Orion vessel. I think that actually is 2. Yeah, they have shields are gone. That's 2 breaches. Okay, it is now the Azure's turn again.
Okay, give me just a second. I had to reload roll 20.
You'd probably want to shoot at Raptor 1 or 4.
Okay.
Because the D5 is a difficulty 4 for phasers, a difficulty 5 for torpedoes right now.
Are we outside of Klingon space or inside?
It's technically neutral space.
Okay, so it's like between Federation and Klingon.
Yeah.
My tablet's being a jerk today. Control security, right?
Yes.
What are we shooting at?
Were you shooting at?
I guess it'd be Raptor 1.
Is Raptor 1 in medium or long range?
That's long range.
You probably want to use torpedoes.
That would give me threat, just so you know.
It's difficult. Well, they already got. I guess since they still got shields, we should do phasers, and it would still be difficulty. Well, no,
3.
that'd be difficulty 4, because it's a medium range and we're in evasive action.
Yes, it would be difficulty 4 because you did evasive.
So, did torpedoes get the same difficulty increase
Yep.
for evasive?
Yes,
So
it does.
we're only at difficulty 3 if we use torpedoes to shoot Raptor 1.
No, you'd be difficulty 4 to shoot Raptor
But it's-
4. 1. To shoot
No,
Raptor
with
1.
Raptor 1 with torpedoes, because it's at long range, and torpedoes are long
Right,
range.
but it's still 3. Difficulty's 3 base
Yeah,
for torpedoes.
I was saying it was 3 and not 4.
No, it is difficulty 4 because
Oh,
because
because we're in evasive action.
Yes.
Okay. So there's no benefit to torpedoes over
Correct.
phasers. Yeah, so I guess just phasers at Raptor 1 would make the most sense.
Alright, I'm gonna spend 3 momentum.
Alright.
Just don't accidentally hit the Orion shift.
That's 3 successes for him.
And you're doing... What are you doing exactly?
Phasers.
On what?
Raptor 1.
Raptor 1.
Okay. I need a ship roll though. Alright. Yes, you hit with phasers, roll damage. Because that is...
And I'm definitely spending on piercing and yeah, both.
Both on piercing?
Yeah,
So that's 7 damage. Or well... Where's that? Okay, that is 1 breach. And it goes to its sensors. Alright, next up is Raptor 2. Well, that's a complication. Spending a threat since I gain 1 to negate that. It is your guys' turn.
Guess I'll try and regenerate power.
Either that or Keythron can shoot something.
So you guys moved, did a shoot, and Keythron did the communication, so Keythron can't go again.
Oh, okay. So it's just me and the engineer at this point.
Yeah.
What's the roll for restoring power?
What else could we do? Just as thinking through our options.
Well, you're in engineering right now, so you're kind of stuck to regenerating shield and or power.
Okay.
But to power management, that is a daring or control engineering difficulty 2. The ship does not assist with this.
That's fine. I'm gonna spend or use a momentum.
So there's 2 of us, and so we could probably get. We're only down like what, 2 power?
Yes, you're down 2 power.
1
This is
in the power supply.
Okay, yeah, just
Oh.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would suggest just trying to go for the regenerate power without using the momentum. Because I think you can probably pull it off, and even if you can't, I could try. That way we can save the momentum for the Sean and Keythran.
EPS systems focus.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
And he did it in an overwhelming manner.
Get 2 momentum.
And that's me.
So,
That puts us at full
Yeah.
power.
yeah, you're at full power. Sorry, I'm trying to move could fix the thing here. Alright, the Raptor 3 is going to fire its photon torpedoes.
I'm almost hoping it'll shoot at us so that I have something to fix.
Getting rid of that complication. And it misses. It is back to you guys, and I believe, Doctor, you're the last one to go.
Can I do, even if it has an increased difficulty, can I do something like targeting it, whatever it is, to find a weakness?
You would have to do that on the bridge.
Oh, you can't override consoles from engineering?
Nah, I don't.
In a minor action to go anywhere on the ship.
It would technically be all of his actions to go this turn to get to the bridge.
That's probably the best idea. Not really that helpful down here. So I will take my whole turn and go up to the bridge.
Okay. So let's see, Raider 1. Is going to fire on Raptor 1. It's a hit. Wow, that's actually a really good hit. Yeah. That actually is 2 breaches on Raptor 1, and it destroys it. Raptor 4 is going to fire a torpedo. Spin a thread here. It's a hit on Raider 2. That's enough that it will take that out. See, D5s go, and it's going to, it's not moving, but it is going to open do a salvo, or well, fire its disruptors at you. Spend a threat for an extra dice. It's a hit. Unfortunately, I'm
How's it a hit? Don't they need a 3? Because we have.
they're still in close. Oh no,
yeah,
yeah,
but
never
they
mind.
need
That is a
evasive.
miss. That's right. You are correct. Thanks for reminding me. But I'm getting rid of that complication, so they just barely miss you. Raptor 2 is going to move in closer. Raptor 3 is going to do the same thing. And why not with 4, which spending the and it's D5's turn again. see if I can't hit you guys. Spending a threat to roll.
So, how many turns per go around did it?
It's 3 per scale. Or no, sorry, it's 1 per scale. Each
Okay.
vessel gets so. Sorry, there's a lot of these guys to go through.
Well, I don't think I ever realized that fact or knew that fact, so
Yeah.
I just thought it was alternating an even number, but that makes more sense.
Yeah. Ryan Raider is good to go. Let's see if they can't help you guys out. Nope, they miss Raptor 2. Raptor 2 is going to fire its weapons. Ow. Really? It's a hit. One breach. Not looking good for Raider 1 there. Moved.
So the cruiser is not actually involved here?
Yeah, they're not involved.
Okay.
See, Raiders 1 go. They're gonna fire at. That's a hit. Not enough to do any minor damage to Raptor 2. It is back to you guys.
Do you have to spend threat even if the NPC is kind of on our side?
Yeah,
Like for the
yeah, because they're NPCs. I'm literally fighting myself during that part, which meh. Kind of hate
So-
it. Like,
Yeah.
I could have did this a different way and made this in terms of like a fleet action and gave you guys, which is probably something I should have done, considering the amount of people. Well, ships. But essentially, you guys could have took control of the raiders.
Seems fine for right now.
Yeah. But it is your guys' go.
I'm thinking we do precise evasion again, or we move to medium range.
I'm fine with that or scan for weakness.
I would suggest we wait on the scan to weakness because the D5 is the next one to go.
I've been rolling like shit too.
Well, if Commander Keithron goes right now, we still have our evasive when the D5 goes
Oh,
until
did
Michelson rolls.
Okay. Okay, so that makes sense too. So that sounds good.
Yeah, I could scan the D5 for a weakness, and then by the time it's Tactical's turn, he could use.
Sounds good.
All right, so that's gonna be what, reason science?
Let me double check. Should be, but
It's either that or control, one of the two.
it is control plus science. Will be a difficulty 1 for this task because they are in close range. Assisted by the ship's sensors plus security.
Would starship recognition be a good focus?
I will allow it because
Damn.
so that's 4 momentum. So you guys are capped at 6. No, okay, so for scan for weaknesses is what's going to happen. So when you do you guys have 2 floating right now, so you guys could use that to keep the initiative if you want.
That seems like a good idea to me.
Yeah, I'll say we can do that. And then it could be we could move as well, and then
I would. It's up to you guys to decide on that.
So is it when Shran or when Michelson goes?
It's when Michelson goes that we lose our evasive.
Okay, so if we use Michelson to move, we lose our evasive, so we probably want to use Shran next.
all right, I'm fine with that.
So.
Alright. D5 is in close range?
Yes, and it's going to be difficulty 4 because you still have evasive up, plus it's within close range.
And -1 back down to 3 because we have scan for weakness.
No, scan for weakness doesn't work that way.
Oh, what does it
No.
do?
It grants an extra breach.
Oh, okay.
No, it grants you guys getting 2 piercing per effect rolled.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
In that case, use whatever momentum you need.
Yeah, we want a guaranteed hit on that one.
So, and keep in mind, if you purchase momentum for your attack rolls, you get automatically a bonus challenge dice for each momentum.
Yeah, I completely forgot and accidentally tapped the. I was gonna buy momentum and accidentally tapped the roll button.
You only
My
roll
tablet.
1 die.
Oh, then it still hasn't come through. I'm gonna buy 2 dice.
So 3 momentum.
It might not be coming through right now, but according to my tablet, it says 5 successes right now with.
Yeah, I don't
I
see anything.
need to see it though for it to count.
We had this happen not too long ago. Where
well-
you did something and then it took like a minute or like 30
Yeah,
seconds.
my tablet. Well, I've got bad weather in the area I'm in right now, and so it's interfering with my.
Yeah, because I only see the scan for weakness rolls. I don't see for.
Okay, you don't even see the 2 that he rolled accidentally?
No, that's not for accidentally. That was for the sensor. That was for the scan for weakness roll. 'Cause
No,
that's sensor security.
Shran accidentally
Yeah.
rolled it too.
No, he
Can he
didn't
roll
roll that. That was not for. That was for the actual sensor scan for weakness roll. Because that has the sensors plus security roll. He has not had any rolls for the
Oh,
ship
okay.
or.
Do we want one of us to roll using Shran?
Yeah, real quick, roll 4 dice with it.
It won't work in Discord.
We don't
There's no
have a
dice
bot.
rolling. No.
Man, I'm glad I have actual dice near me sometimes.
Yeah, but I need to see the rolls.
And I'll send you a
So,
picture.
Oh, I don't have access to his character. I think Keith Ron would have to do that.
All right, let me see if I can.
I actually do. I had to give people access for it. So who's doing the roll for him?
Hold
Keith
on,
ran.
there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Wow, that took a while.
Yeah, I need the ship as
Let's
well as
not
weapons.
let let's not let Shran do that.
Yeah, it'll be next week before we get it.
Yeah, I just need weapons plus security from the ship. And that's a complication. You guys did gain 1 momentum, so roll damage. And you need to let me know what you want to do with, if you want to spend momentum,
I think yeah, we
For-
should just.
or
I
give me
think we
threat.
could just. I think we're in a good enough spot. We could just spend the momentum to, because it's only 1 since we already have the 1 from the roll.
Damn.
So are we spend? Oh, I guess someone already did.
Yeah, you guys are down to 2 momentum. It's 11 damage, not counting their resistance. So, what are you doing with the versatile?
Extra damage.
Well, we
could-
already have piercing 2.
For
Because
effect.
oh yeah, we don't.
Perfect.
Yeah, we just need to buy damage.
You're at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. Yeah, you're piercing 10 at the moment.
Yeah, so we just need to add damage with the versatile.
So that's 12. I mean, it doesn't really matter because they're take 2 breaches. Okay, it is now the D5s go. Actually, I want to spend 3 threat for that. Oh shit. They miss. I'm getting my rules right. Double checking something real quick.
They're in close range, right?
Right, but they took damage. I'm trying to remember. Oh, no. So, just making sure anything was. So yeah, there was a complication. Spend 2 threat on that. But they do hit. Spending a threat to re-roll 3 dice. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Spending a threat to do piercing. Actually, I'll go ahead and just spend all my threat. give you 4 piercing, so that's 8 damage against the Azure. That should be a breach against you guys. Goes to structure. I don't think that dropped your shield at all. Actually,
What,
did it?
the
Because you
egg?
got.
No, we have
We got-
11 shields, I think.
We have 11. We have 3 left.
Okay. Hey, but you have 1 to structure, breach to structure.
Yeah.
Okay, it is the Azure's go.
I'm gonna get our shields back. How about that?
Sounds good.
Alright, I'm going to take a momentum so I can use cautious engineering just in case. So. Yeah. And then reroll at 0. So.
You're getting regenerating the shields.
Yep.
The ship also gets to roll structure plus engineering. It's also difficulty 1, so that's 2 momentum you guys get. It's 3, so you guys are up to 4 momentum.
I'm going to put, what is it, 2 per momentum?
Yeah.
Or 5, because we get 2 initially. 6, 7. Spend 2 momentum to get them back up to 9. Or should I just spend 3? Yeah, 3 and fill them.
Okay, you're down to 1 momentum.
But we're back at full shields.
Raptor 2. That's in weapons range. As a miss, it's back to you guys.
We probably need to do our maneuver deal with Michelson.
Agree. Do we want to do a in-place maneuver, like a evasive or an attack pattern, or do we want to move, physically move?
I
I-
mean,
We could physically move to put the D5 and all 3 other raptors in medium range, which adds 1 to their difficulty and makes ours only 2.
True, but then they also get a chance to move and close that back to close. I think it's better to stick with the.
I'm down with whatever.
Do you guys stick with evasive?
Yeah, stick with evasive.
Alright, roll daring plus con, assisted by the ship, con plus engines. It's difficulty 1. Get 1 momentum and you move essentially 1 square. So I guess you guys are wanting to go. I guess you're kind of doing like something like that. Is that right?
Seems fine.
Raptor 3 is going to do a maneuver. And goes spit one space, but I get nothing out of it. Yay for difficulty zeros. See you back to you guys.
Doctor?
I have a
You're
decent.
on the bridge. You're back
have
on the
a-
bridge.
decent enough control security, but I'd have to override something.
It would.
I realized after I moved the doctor from engineering that I should have just played a support character, but I didn't know if you'd let me undo that mistake. Which is, yeah, I would rather just use a support character because really the doctor should be in sick bay and all that jazz. But I had already asked to move them, so I wasn't sure about that.
Alright, sorry about that. My dad stepped in for a moment. I will allow you to play a supporting character if you want. If you want to retcon that your character went to sickbay. Problem is though,
There's no one really on the bridge, I don't think.
right, but here's the thing though, in order to... It's an increased difficulty by 1 to fire the phasers right now because there's only one tactical station. You actually have to have a security level, I believe, 4?
I do have a security level of 4.
No, I'm at the ship. The ship does. It has to have a department score of 4 for security.
To do what?
To have an extra tactical station, so you can still technically do an override, but it's an increased difficulty to fire the phaser, to fire weapons.
Is Raptor 4 in medium range?
It is in medium range. It'd be a difficulty 3 though because you have evasive.
And 4 because of override.
Yes.
I'll probably just use 1 momentum and fire. There's nothing real else I can really help out with.
Okay.
Oh, did I have the right thing selected?
Yeah, you did.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you did. Need a weapons plus security from the ship. Ugh.
Oh, I didn't realize.
So
we
you
both
guys, you
Take the
yeah.
first one because he rolled first.
Should I now?
Actually,
Should I
Sean might have
really?
rolled first.
He did roll first, but it was technically
mean,
your
you-
roll. It was his go. It was your go. So
Yeah, but we don't really assign. We let anybody do the ship.
I know.
And I
Okay,
mean, it's
but-
your GM. You should just.
I know. I'm just being a smart ass. So, that is it's difficulty 4, so that's a hit. Roll damage. There is no momentum game out of this.
And we still have the scan for weakness.
Yeah. So that's 4 piercing.
It's probably what, a scale 3.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh no, I was shooting at 4, not the D5, because the 4 was in range. The D5 was in close.
Mm,
Unless you want me to shoot at the D5.
the D5 was technically a medium.
Oh, well then we can just say it was the D5.
Okay. Because
As
D4
long
is
as-
technically long. D4 is long.
Oh, then
Range.
okay. I thought I had asked about D4, but maybe I said D5. But it doesn't
you
really
might
matter.
You might have, because during that time my dad came here and started talking to me, so I had you and my dad talking in my ear. So
I was
I-
only worried about shooting at something at medium range, so if that's what happened, that's what happened.
yeah, okay. Raider is going to. Hey. That was on Raptor 3. That's a breach. Ouch. That's 1. Raptor 2 is firing. It's a hit. That is just enough and takes out Raider 1. Sorry, I'm building up threat. Actually, do more dice. Ouch. Rerolling 3. That's not right. Just take off the last 2. So Raptor 4 fires a photon torpedo at the Orion cruiser. For this, it is a scene change, and during the explosion, when the Orion cruiser goes up, there is a massive shockwave hitting the Azure. You guys take 7 minus 3 damage. I hate. There.
And then there was nothing.
Yeah. In its place, a massive black hole begins to form at the center. We are now in scene 3.
Time to go, time to go, time to go.
So I need to know what you guys are doing. We are actually out of combat, by the way.
We should leave very quickly.
Alright, yeah. I second that.
I'm not up for Andorian spaghetti.
So you're doing a con check. Okay, that is give me an engine's con for the ship. If you guys are moving, you guys are going to warp. Is that correct?
I think we're trying to get out of here.
I mean, I made that as a suggestion. That's whatever Keythron wants to do, I guess.
Well, what's our current mission before we encountered this skirmish?
Well, you had a distress call, and you were there to send to investigate the distress call.
And it came from the Orion.
Came from the Orion ship. However, the Orion ship was just destroyed. In fact, when the shockwave happened, there was a flash of light, and there are no. I'll go ahead and give it to you. There are no ships with visible scanning range other than the black hole that you see.
Well, I guess they should have answered the hail then. I mean, if there's just a black hole in front of us and clearly the distress call is from them and there's no reason to stay, we should just leave and get back on our mission. I guess was our mission before that into the neutral zone for some reason?
No, you were in Federation space. You went through the Klingon neutral zone.
Okay.
I don't think we had a set mission other than responding to this distress call.
Yeah,
I'm probably,
we were just.
I'm probably just getting all my campaigns mixed up.
Yeah, we were just day to day in it.
Which I guess means that we could stay and investigate why this just weird thing happened. But we should definitely do a safe distance.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. You guys gained 3 momentum from that. My question is, you guys went to warp. Is that correct?
Well, we would have scanned the black hole to determine if there's anything, because obviously the Klingons destroyed a ship. It doesn't normally cause a black hole, so if we are going to go to warp, we should probably scan it and get as much information.
We could, if we wanted to, then we could just say that we'd warped to a safe distance. That way we could do our scans.
Yeah.
I just need to know. Okay, you guys are confusing me here.
I think
so. Okay.
We wanted to move to a safe distance so that we could investigate.
Okay, so you're going to warp. So you guys remove 2 power. As you go to warp, as you move away from the black hole, all of a sudden you realize, as your sensors indicate that you're moving away, and then all of a sudden you find yourself right back where you started, in front of facing the black hole.
Can I scan that?
Yes, you can. It is a Reason Science difficulty 3.
Okay, someone want to roll for the ship?
You did.
You did control science.
Yeah.
They're both
difficulty
10.
Is 3. Okay. Ship is sensors plus science.
So we just see a normal black hole, basically.
Yeah, you see a normal black hole.
Intriguing.
What I will give you on it is a Type 4 quantum singularity, and that's it.
Okay, well that means nothing to me in real life, so she'll report that to the captain. But is there any evidence that it's actively pulling us?
Currently, no, it doesn't appear to be actively pulling us, but you did notice when you went to warp that you went away from it and then it appeared right back where and then you also need, or right back where you started.
Okay, so we're assuming it's not a normal black hole.
It is.
Uh,
It is a extremely dense region of space-time continuum.
well, we can't beam anyone over to as an away team. So aside from scanning it or shooting a torpedo at it, I'm at a loss as to what to do. We do something with our deflector array to basically kind of have like an extended reach or something, or like a deeper scan of the interior of it, maybe something like that.
Well,
I would maybe you could.
we
As a GM, I'm gonna tell you right now, probably using the deflector array to do that would not work.
Okay.
since we do know that we just magically went either back in time or jumped to a place we didn't intend to go, and since this is
You guys don't know if you went
interior-
back in time or not.
well, we know that we ended up in a place we did not intend to go, that we were just moments before, so it's either back in time or it's we were teleported. And we know that a Type 4 singularity. We know that a Type 4 singularity can influence time, though, because it's a compressed area of both space and time. That's so I'm thinking that on these lines we might be able to start asking about time issues.
Why?
Has Starfleet ever encountered a Type 4 quantum singularity at this current stage in time?
What's the date?
It's 2260, or no, yeah, 2266.
So I think we knew about it as early as 2151. At least Vulcans theorized before 2151, but I think the Enterprise figured them out at 2151.
I don't think the stars would have changed that much if it only sent us back in time a couple minutes.
So I'm asking, so what are you guys looking for exactly?
Well, what the hell it is?
I mean, if we've got enough, if we can theorize that this has something to do with time, we could scan for chronoton radiation.
Our scan would set up though.
I was suggesting scan the position of the stars because we weren't sent back minutes, we were sent back decades, if you remember
guys, technically,
correctly.
okay.
Oh.
So
We don't know that.
You guys,
We don't
you don't know that. You guys are
Right.
metagaming it.
But position of stars to find out if we were where we were during the flash isn't really metagame because it's something they would do. It's a sailor thing. You use the stars to determine your position.
Yeah, but the only two ways to do that would be eyesight or sensors, and sensors would have picked it up. But since I failed that, then he wouldn't give that to us. So unless someone wants to roll an insight.
You specifically You specifically asked me that you were scanning the quantum singularity. You didn't. That was a specific ask. If you want to do a general scan of your surroundings, you may go ahead and do that. But that's a separate task.
Okay, I'll do that.
And difficulty is unknown. Ship sensors plus science. All right, Keitron, I am sending you what your sensors picked up.
Okay.
And you guys bank 1 momentum.
Okay, so I report to the captain. I've already reported it's a type 4 singularity. I tell him additional information is coming through. There's a gravimetric flux density of over 2,000%. However, we can't scan anything past 100 million kilometers, and it seems to be shrinking.
Now with that, you guys can spend momentum to ask me additional questions if you want.
Doesn't Keithron get one for being science officer?
He does, yes.
So should we scan to see if there's some kind of barrier?
That would be a momentum. That would be a question ask.
Yeah, I'm hypothesizing.
Well, my immediate concern is the shrinkage might have some kind of adverse effect on the ship, like shrinking it to a molecular size or something ridiculous. So,
Okay, here now the space is shrinking, not like.
It means the boundaries are coming in, not that everything we see is becoming physically smaller.
Yeah, no. I'm just blanking on a question. I mean,
if we
it
can
seems
find,
like every.
I mean, if we can find information out about the barrier, we may be able to figure out a way out.
That would be a momentum type spend question.
Well, the problem is I don't know of a question regarding the barrier that I could ask to get, enough information from it. Like I know it's shrinking. I guess I could ask the rate.
I mean, if it's some kind of, or you can ask what's causing the barrier.
I guess I could ask that. I guess I was assuming it was the black hole. But
black holes don't normally create false barriers outside of themselves.
Yeah. My out of character, I was thinking about the chronotons thing, but at least even though I know that out of character, at least if I ask that, then finally my character can hypothesize about time travel.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'm not gonna type it out to you, but if you're asking about the question for the barrier for your free one, Keithran, the barrier there, it's not so much of a barrier as the space. Like the only way I can describe it is the region of space is essentially only so big. It is currently shrinking, and the whole entire area that you're in is made up of nothing but chronotons radiation. I mean, it's everywhere.
So the explosion
is now
was
imploding.
Yeah, a time device or something that exploded, caused this little black hole, big black hole, whatever, and then it's now constricting and will could possibly bring us into the black hole. Is that a good hypothesis?
Is there any such thing as anti-chronotons?
Yes, there is such thing as anti-chronotons.
Yes, there are.
There's anti-everything, apparently.
Anti-protons. Anti-protons are cool.
I just imagine us now shooting this black hole with an anti-chronoton beam.
Yeah, you just got to make a device and you'll be good.
All right, are you guys done with questions? Is my ask? Do Do you have any more questions about this region, or are you guys done answering that?
Does my original scan include? I'm assuming it is, but I don't want to assume. Does my original scan include above and below, or is it just around?
It's
basically.
around you. It's a bubble. Okay.
Okay, so everywhere, not just in front of us and behind.
Yeah.
Okay. Then no, I don't really can't think of any other questions.
Okay. For this
I can think of a.
Okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was
No,
gonna
no,
say
go.
I can think of a crazy
I'm moving us to the
idea.
next part.
I can think of a crazy
now,
idea, but nobody's gonna go for it.
Okay, just my stop right there. Is it an idea related to the scan that you want to ask a question for, or it's an idea to get out of it, or the predicament you're in?
Yep.
So it's an idea to get out of the predicament that you're in.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the part we're moving into. So how you guys escape this problem that you are in. I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to use the scientific method. And yes, I know, Mur, you totally love this idea. For this, you guys are going to give me 3 to 5 ideas. This is going to be a timed interval, which means you guys are going to have an X amount of tries. I am not telling you how many tries that you have because you did not ask all the questions that you needed to ask. In order to get out and escape this predicament that you are in.
Does anyone have the page real quick for the scientific method?
It is 157.
Before I go AFK, because this whole process makes my brain hurt, my idea is to do some kind of frequency shift with the shields and plow our way through the black hole. There, bye. I'll be right back.
I'll count that as the first. So write the ones out in the... Okay, that's number 2. You guys need 3 to 4. Or, well, sorry. 1 to 3 more. Depending on what you actually want to try.
I think we should bombard the black hole with anti-chronoton. So
Kalen,
I
do you
guess
have a...
So I guess we're gonna say that Keithron is the research lead because I'm assuming Keithron has a 5 in science, and this is a science. Or do we need to figure out if this is science?
You guys need to figure out who you want your to be the research lead on this. So,
but
that's going to tie in exactly.
That's not our choice. It's who has the highest discipline.
So,
well, if we do the engineering route.
No. So the way this works is, it's not exactly an extended task, okay? So it's an extended task with different types of parameters to it. So essentially is there's going to, once you guys start it, there's going to be different intervals. You're going to have a set number of intervals, and each check you make, you guys lose an interval. And you have only so many intervals to get out of it before the ship gets thrown into the black hole.
I remember that. I'm asking about the observe phase.
Actually, there is a why not. There's a point to that. I want anybody here who's a Star Trek fan, to name one time travel episode where they were stuck in time where that didn't work.
What didn't work?
Yeah, I don't have an encyclopedic memory.
I remember the TNG episode. I don't know what it's called.
Anyway, that was my reasoning.
The observe phase is going to be you guys actually trying what you're doing.
Well, technically, we could do both 2 and 3, and they don't. It's not like they cancel each other out, right?
Yeah, because you guys have already done step 1. You've done the observe. You're now currently in the hypothesis. Ugh, can't talk stage.
Yeah. So
The
if
next is going
if
to
we were
be
in the
testing.
who?
Once you're done with coming with all your ideas, you go into the testing phase.
Yeah, I
And
was
that's
just
when
trying
you
to
start
figure out
trying different things. Yeah.
who the research lead was, because that's important to who can do something.
For this, there really isn't so much of a research lead. It's just you guys trying different tasks to get out, and each one of you guys are going to have a specific, given a chance to do a task. I'll let people go in how many times they want to go, but it's going to use up a certain amount of intervals each time you guys go and do a task.
I'll go
Does
last.
that make sense?
Yep.
Do we want to use both 1 and 2 together?
I say we try 2 and 3 together, and then at the last possible second, if we can't get out, then try.
Well, we have to give at least 3 reasons. We have to try at least 3 things.
Well, you don't have to try at least 3 things. You guys should need to come up with 3 things and try each.
Well, yeah, but you're
try
going to tell
task
us
doing
if
to
one
see if
of
it's
them
gonna.
is. You're going to tell us if 1 out of the 3 is correct or not.
No, you're going to. Well, yeah, I want to tell you whether or not one of them is going to be correct or not.
Yeah.
We could also shoot a modulated tachyon beam at the wall and see if we can punch through it that way.
That seems good
I
enough
can
to
do
me.
that with the deflector.
So, are we going to leave... Sorry. Oh, someone messaged me. So, are we going to leave the first part? The first one in? Both 1 and 2 in?
Well, I think 2 and 3 are the most likely to work. So it's up to y'all what y'all want to do with the other.
I think we should do 2, 3, and 4.
So,
Okay.
all right. So for 2, how are you going to modulate the shields? And essentially plow through the black hole, which
That should actually be like Plan C.
so which ones are you gonna try first?
We could modulate the shields to like not allow chronotons to pass through, I guess.
Fill
I
the
don't
shield
really know what
like
you wanted, but I'm trying to come up with a reason why that would work.
It would be more like a field remodulation to try and strengthen them to survive as long as we can in the black hole.
Yeah.
That was kind of the thing, was like reinforce them.
I don't know, because it is just like a giant ball of mass.
Well, black
So
hole
we
essentially is an endless ball of giant
Like-
mass.
Yeah. Like, you could apply this same idea to like a sun or something. Like flying into it, I'm not entirely sure.
That's why I said Plan C. But the least interruptive, I believe, might be the tachyon beam, possibly.
So are we gonna drop 2? Or are we gonna come up with the reason why 2 would work?
Well, you have those guys. You have that on a list, so you guys can leave it on the list. You're just going to have to try one of the things on the list, and you do a task, and you can see whether or not it's working or not. But that's
Yeah.
going to drop you an interval.
Okay, so have you already accepted and responded to these three? Or are we still trying to decide if these are the three?
That is up to you guys, but you need to. I'm going to start taking threat the longer you take on this.
I mean, those are our choices. Are one of them correct? Is kind of what we were getting at.
I can't tell you that until you try one.
Oh yeah.
So I will read you step 3. The game master now assigns a number of successes needed to determine if the hypothesis is correct. This is between 1 and 10, depending on the difficulty of the research or the problem. The research lead is then chosen and directing the focus on the research path. Players may pursue the wrong path, and if they press on time, they may need to decide if they should continue to work on this hypothesis or they need to choose a different task.
Okay, I'm a little confused, and this may be the difference between the way you and Ed do things, but when we've done this before, he doesn't tell us which one is right. He just tells us that one of the 5 is right. If one of the
Right.
5 is, if none of them are correct, then we have to go back and find another 5 or another 3. So that's what I'm asking. Or I guess I'm also asking if that's actually the rules
Yeah,
or not.
so technically, it's not technically in the rules. Like, that's just something Ed does, but technically by the rules, I don't have to tell you. It's technically up to me. So, like, in stage step 2, because that's what you guys are at, if the game master sees a hypothesis that fits the actual solution to the research problem, they regard this as the right way. They do not inform the players which hypothesis is correct. So I, could say that. If none of the hypotheses present fits the actual problem, the game master immediately gains a threat and can tell the players go back to the drawing board and repeat the process. So
Yeah, so you should.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you
So
see what I'm
if we
saying?
were wrong,
Are you done with that list? Is what I'm asking.
I say we probably are. Are y'all
yeah.
agreed on that?
Okay. Go fish.
Go to dinner.
Yeah.
So none of those are correct.
None of those are correct.
I really thought I had it with the last one.
I hate this. Well, shit. Sean, do you got anything?
We could fly around. We could just fly around it at a high warp and slingshot ourselves.
No, that won't work. You need a sun to do that.
The black hole is bigger, and the
No,
whole
no.
reason that was supposed to work is because of gravity.
So no. Okay.
My suggestion.
No, you guys can take the one is fly around it and try to gain enough speed to break free. Is that what you're trying to? Is that what you're suggesting there?
I am coming up with anything that sounds remotely not wrong.
Okay. You have one.
Create a warp.
I'm not counting the whole Netflix and chill.
Create a warp field bubble filled with anti-chronotons.
Probably.
That's 2. You need 1 to 3 or 1 to 2 more.
You know what? Let's go to an old standby. Modified photon torpedo shot at the black hole.
It's 3.
We really are just coming up with a bunch of ways to kill this black hole. Like shooting it is our primary like resolution here.
Do I still have my dagger?
I mean, we really are taking the Prax Klingon approach and just like using every weapon available.
Throw it against the wall, see
Are you
what
going with-
sticks.
So, are you going with those three and telling me if those work, or are you gonna ask for more?
I think we should go for those three.
And nope, go fish.
Jesus.
Can we just? Could we
Now
just
spending
like?
2 threads. I am dropping your amount of intervals down by 1 that you have.
We could shoot ourselves with chronoton particles. Or anti-chronoton particles.
Space is imploding on itself. There's a black hole. We can't go through the black hole. It's a weird black hole. Because we're not getting sucked in and dying.
So, none of those things I just heard disqualify shooting ourselves.
No, not particularly.
Couldn't we just like bombard the ship itself with chronoton particles and go back in time or go forward in time?
Well, the ship chronoton particles don't work that way. I'm gonna tell you now. The ship from the scans, you're already surrounded by chronoton particles, and most likely the ship is already filled with chronoton particles, including your own bodies.
Why not just disperse anti-chronotons throughout the entire area of space?
Because they had already said it wouldn't work.
Well, yeah, I don't know how specific Prax is being, because I just said shoot the black hole with anti-chronotons.
Yeah, I counted that you were shooting the black hole with anti-chronotons, and I said that wouldn't work.
Yeah, so we could have one of the solutions as just dump anti-chronotons into space.
Okay.
Warp core ejection's always a personal favorite. Maybe the antimatter explosion would change something. I don't know.
So one is filling the region of space with anti-chronotons is for your one.
The other is
Yeah,
eject
we could definitely like, I don't know if we have to eject the warp core, but we could put a bunch of like antimatter in a torpedo and shoot it.
torpedoes are antimatter to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could put a bunch of matter in a torpedo.
I could also flood this entire area with plasma from the nacelles, but that doesn't mean it'll do anything. Except cook us alive.
So one is eject the warp core.
Yep.
Okay, so that's, you have 2. You need 1 to 3 more.
Could
Eject
one of
the warp core and overload.
could we use one as like just sit and wait, because it's we could go back in time again or something?
Nah, he said no Netflix and chill. Remember? That was my sarcastic sit and wait one.
Sorry, my phone was going off.
What if we modified the shields and tried to go out through the wall and not through the black hole?
Yeah. Well, if a tachyon beam wouldn't work, I don't think a tachyon pulse would work either. 'Cause it's pretty much the same thing, just more generalized.
You guys are definitely not the science type.
No.
Well, I mean, to be honest, in my physics classes in college, they didn't cover
Right.
chronoton particles.
No, you're absolutely right. I meant like
I'm trying
the pseudo
to, like,
Star Trek science.
yeah.
See, here's the thing about that, though. The one thing that works almost every time doesn't work in this situation.
What was that?
The go through it.
Oh. Well, you were want to go through the black hole, so plow through the black hole.
Yeah.
So you have
We could always impulse our way towards the bubble and see what happens. Instead of warping.
So you have anti-chronotons like crazy people, eject warp core, and modulate shields to go through
Yeah,
this
I think
barrier.
we should try those 3.
Okay.
Well, on the eject the warp core, before we go ahead, do you mean just literally eject the warp core and let it blow up?
Yes.
Into the black hole? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good enough. I mean, we're not going to go anywhere. We're going to be stuck in the middle of space.
But we don't have to do that. We can...
Well, let's try the 3.
Go fish.
If I just copy and paste Technobabble, will that work?
Oh, I'm starting to crack. Well, going at the wall at impulse is still an option, because that wasn't put up there.
I was counting modulate the shields through the barrier as something similar to that. So, like, I'm gonna tell you, if you, I'm kind of liberal in things. Like, if you guys give me a close enough idea to what I have written down, then I will tell you yes. But you haven't given me one single idea that is close to what I have written down, and I have a couple different ways for you guys to get out of this.
This would be a little easier if we had a little more information, but rolls have fucked us.
So,
anyway,
when we said something about the deflector not working, what was that?
Tachyons.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Using the deflector ray to emit tachyons.
So far, nothing with anti-chronotons, so
What
using
about,
the deflector to do that is pointless.
What about anti-tachyons or polarons or antipolarons?
Or for that matter,
When the wrong century for antiprotons.
Well, I said
Yeah.
I thought polaron because that's what the gamma quadrant people, the Dominion uses.
No.
They use proton. It's like polaron. It's not proton.
Damn, quantum mechanics. Not a normal black hole because we can't get sucked into it.
Can
Although
we
that
take
is
the
useless.
matter from the black hole and put it somewhere else?
No. I don't. No.
So we can swipe beaming a black hole off?
Yeah. We can actively. Just no. Where's Wesley when you need him? Thought I had something. I got nothing.
We just need another random Star Trek science word. And then add it to the shields or shoot it.
Don't.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, I'm stumped. I don't. This puzzle will kill us. 'Cause I can't solve it, or we can't solve it.
Giving myself a threat.
Maybe something with X-rays or gamma rays?
Be specific what you want to do with the X-rays or gamma rays.
Well,
I don't know,
subspace-
but there's a section in the book on page 156 that has black holes, and in the paragraph it says X-rays and gamma rays. I don't know how it's relevant.
That's
It's
what they
another
emit.
type of thing. Huh?
They
That's
emit
what they emit.
They emit
Well,
X-rays
yeah,
and gamma
so-
rays.
I mean, I'm reading that, and I understand that, but I'm just saying that's another thing we could add to the shields or shoot.
well,
I'm gonna give you the free one here, but gamma rays would actually probably kill everybody aboard the ship, and the X-rays would more than likely give everyone cancer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I can fix that. I can uncancer you.
what's the particle that collapses subspace?
The
Oh,
Omega particle.
Yeah, but if we knew about that, there'd be all kinds of crazy stuff happening.
And technically, a black hole is the rip in space and time.
yeah.
So another scan of the area. I've got nothing.
The only way that I can think is to seal that is with anti-chronotons, and that won't work.
Yeah, but it's us escaping the bubble, and to do that, everything I've thought of has not been right. I just don't.
Well, I mean,
have
I
enough
guess-
information.
I guess gamma rays and X-rays are all part of the light spectrum, so we could shoot it with light.
Ultraviolet light? Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Why not visible light? Just shoot a green beam at it, like a cat, or a red beam. You could shoot
'Cause it's
lasers
not
at
a-
it.
It's oh my gosh, it's not a cat.
Has the GM said it's not a cat?
Yes, many times.
How about this? This might actually work. Modulate the phasers to try and cut a hole in the barrier.
We can add that one, and maybe we can add.
I think
That
that's the
we
first
will-
one on your list, is to use the phasers to cut a hole in the...
No, we have not said that. But with that tone, I'm gonna guess that that's not it.
Well, I just need to know how you're going to modify the phasers to cut a hole.
Just run through the EM frequencies.
Okay. Well, you have one on the list right now.
So
To
what
abort a
if we
phaser
like?
shot?
What if we like somehow used the shields to absorb the barrier or the damage that's going to happen to in the explosion and redirect it?
No. I can
Put it on
tell
the
you
list.
that's probably.
Just put it on the list. You can rule it out the minute I start taking more. I take a threat and tell you to go fish. So. Need 1 to 3 more.
Purge the ship of chronoton particles.
I think he already tried that.
No, it was anti-chronotons and shooting more chronotons out. I'm talking just purging the ship of chronoton.
Alright, that's 3. Are you gonna stick with those 3? Or are you gonna give me more?
I think we should just stick with those 3.
Because we're having a hard enough time coming up with 3 now.
Yeah, we're gonna need the 2 that we would add to make that 5. We're gonna need those for the next the next round.
Okay. Go fish, but I can tell you now you were close with one of them. Somewhat. Like the idea was kind of right, but not what I'm looking for.
What about sending all the chronotons into the black hole?
Or we could say we want to purge the space of chronotons.
So, I will give you this free, information. The black hole is slowly sucking up the chronotons.
Okay.
Can we pull them back out?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Block them from the.
Wait, so basically shield emitters around the event horizon of the black hole?
Well, the black hole is technically a 3-dimensional sphere that's just sucking everything in. I don't know how you're going to make a shield emitter that's going to.
I don't either.
So,
If
but
we
you,
could
if
find
you
a
want
way
to
to
try it,
suck the chronotons into the.
Yeah, we could make like a chronoton vacuum. And just,
Hooverton.
I did not mean it as like a carpet vacuum. I meant it as like an absence of things so that something gets sucked in. But yes, we can also just add a scoop to the front of the ship and fly around and suck up the chronotons.
We just want to get rid of the chronotons.
So, purge the area space of chronotons.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 1.
And
Need
where do we
2.
want to? How do we want to modulate the shield? So one of these is close, so we just need to submit these again, but not the same way. So
you can modulate shields 2 of them before, so.
For different things, but yeah. I mean, modulating the phaser to cut a hole in the barrier might be close.
how can you still use the phasers? I guess we just say shoot normal phasers? Unmodified phasers? Or we say we shoot modified phasers at the black hole.
Spending 2 threat to lower your intervals by 1.
We've almost made it to the point where finding out is not going to help us.
Phaser the black hole. Okay, that's 2.
So we'll say phaser at the black hole, and we'll say maybe like we're going to have to use phasers on the barrier, but they can't be modified phasers.
I honestly have no idea.
Maybe we could just shoot phasers at everything. Like a just a random beams everywhere.
Shoot everything. You go with those 3? So are you going with those 3?
I don't want to be the one that commits to that, so someone else can commit to that.
Here you go. Here's a 4th one.
I was
You
gonna
know, I
suggest
had
that a while ago.
So I thought we could just like kill everybody, and maybe that we'd go back in time or something.
Okay.
But that wasn't one of the ones that was anywhere near one of. He said one of those 3s was close, and none of those 3 had anything to do with killing ourselves.
Alright, I'm gonna say you guys are sticking to that 4, is that correct?
Sure.
Go fish.
My brain hurts.
Oh, is it the shields? Since shooting everything doesn't work, I guess that shooting is off the table.
Yeah, since there's literally nothing shooting up that we can shoot out there that'll fix it. Yeah.
I got nothing.
Maybe shields repel the barrier.
That might work.
Probably make a stationary warp bubble around the ship for. I don't know how that would help.
Maybe like a blood sacrifice to Richard Feynman or Albert Einstein. I don't really know that they take blood sacrifices, but could we say reverse the polarity of the shields? I feel like I've heard that before.
I've heard that once or twice myself, but I honestly, I don't.
We could reverse the polarity of the phasers? I don't know if phasers have poles.
No.
No. So you have shields to repair the barrier, or to repel the barrier, stationary warp bubble, and then reverse the polarity of the shields right now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to go fish and take a threat.
Only other thing I can think of is filtering some of the chronotons into the phaser bank and firing them at the barrier.
That gives me an idea. Theoretically, if it's sucking the chronotons in, which is causing the barrier to, or I guess barrier might be the wrong word, but time or space to constrict on us, maybe we want to take the chronotons in that direction with us, so that as many chronotons as we can get, we can basically flood it and extend the barrier, maybe?
So I don't know.
So you want
Not
to
even so much as infuse, just a stream of concentrated chronotons.
fuse the phaser with chronotons at the barrier. Is that correct?
Yep, that's my thought.
And then another one is a chronoton beam into the black hole.
Yeah, but for some reason every time I mention it, it's wrong, so...
How about we just autopilot a shuttle into the black hole that is set to self-destruct in the middle of the black.
Yeah. We have a Galileo or two to lose, I think.
Okay. So one is try to destroy the black hole using the shuttle on a self-destruct.
Yep.
And you have beam chronotons in the black hole, or infuse the phaser beam with chronotons at the barrier. For those,
Yep.
and those are those three.
I suppose. How very Star Trek of you.
I'm trying.
I'll take that as the fourth one, and take a threat and tell you to go fish.
Jesus.
And I'm spending 2 threats to drop the interval by 1.
There's one.
Distribution net with multi-phase laser weapons and thermite subspace injectors. Okay, I guess that's 1. Because you guys
Better
are...
than anything we can come up with. Oh, man.
Eject warp plasma through the nacelles.
I already suggested that.
Yeah, that was about 5 tries ago.
Although it wasn't put on the list, it was just talked about. So might as well put it on the list.
So, you guys are just now making up just random shit, aren't you?
I promise I am not making up random shit.
Okay.
He
I
went
have.
down a technobabble generator.
I'm not nearly creative enough to come up with all that.
Neither am I.
So I have distribute blah blah blah. Tune the multi-phase palm beacons with yeah, and then eject war plasma through the nacelles. With the eject war plasma, you can be a little more specific on what you're wanting to do, like what the effect might be for that, or are you just ejecting more plasma for the hell of it?
Basically trying to permeate the region of space with warp plasma and basically nullify the chronic.
Radiation for radiation.
Okay.
Yeah, radiation for radiation. Yeah.
Taking a threat.
Jesus.
None of those are correct. And I am spending 2 threat to drop the interval.
And
That's
we
got to
have
be
what,
like the fourth drop,
two?
so we can't have.
No, it's way worse than that, because each try it drops interval too. So
Oh wow.
I hate this puzzle.
I do too.
I mean, this definitely would probably have been 1,000 times easier if we didn't fail at the sensor scan, because we're basically trying to figure this out with no information.
Argentina sucks, isn't it? My only thought would be look for a hole and fly through it.
Yeah, you thought we would have looked for a hole before we tried to create one in 20 different ways.
You'd think.
you only
Put
try
it
to
on the
create one
list.
in one way. You only try to create a hole in one way.
No,
That
we
was
tried
using
to create
phaser.
a hole with tachyons, with
tachyons.
with huh?
No.
Tachyons, chronotons, phasers.
Oh yeah, you did try with those 3 ways.
Fuck it, shoot a torpedo at it. Let's add 4.
Look for a hole and fly through it. Okay, that's 1.
Are y'all ready for a party wipe here?
I'm fairly certain it's coming if we don't get this.
Yeah.
Well, we found
Overcharge the phaser banks. There's 5 on shooting the barrier. Remodulate the phasers not on the EM field, but randomly. What is it? Modulate them, like have them rotating modulation incrementally.
rotating frequency.
Yeah. There's 4.
Go fish.
Well, that's 8 different ways to try and punch a hole through the barrier that went nowhere.
Can we make a time bomb?
How are you
We're
gonna make
sitting
the
in
time
one.
bomb?
We got chronotons out our ass. We put the chronotons in a way that we put the chronotons, and then we introduce something that reacts negatively with chronotons, and then wait, like anti-chronotons. Let's put chronotons and anti-chronotons together
And
in a
create a
massive amount.
chronoton explosion.
Yes. It doesn't have to be in the ship. It could be somewhere else. We could create like a little device that sucks chronotons in one end and anti-chronotons in the other end, and then mixes them.
So you want to try and create a cryokinetic shockwave, essentially is what you're trying to do.
Chronokinetic.
Chronokinetic, sorry.
I have no idea what the Star Trek words are for it, but I'm guessing that when you put something that's not anti and something that is anti together, there will be an explosion. I want to use that explosion.
Okay.
Question. I'm trying to remember what they're called. They are illegal in every civilized Federation world.
Thermonuclear devices?
No, not that.
But we can put that on the list.
No. It's they used it in Shield of Tomorrow. Shit. It basically explodes subspace.
What about a thermopositron explode device? That sounds like something.
So you want to use trilithium? Am I getting that right?
I don't know
Yeah.
what that is, but we're gonna put it on the list.
Okay.
It's
You want to create a trilithium bomb, is what you're wanting to do.
Is that what I want to do, or is that
no,
what?
mirror.
Okay. Yeah.
The bomb
something
they
like
used
that.
in Star Trek, that Dr. Soren used to halt all nuclear fission in Star Trek Generations, causing the
Yep,
sun to
that's
explode.
it.
Okay, yeah,
Yep,
that's
that's it.
trilithium.
I guess the important question is, do we have trilithium on board?
No, you do not.
No.
Can we
No,
make it?
You have to try and tell me how you're going to synthesize trilithium.
With
Which I imagine it would-
dilithium and
imagine-
lithium.
Refined dilithium, yeah.
Okay. So
I mean-
you have two. Am I counting right? Chronoton explosion, trilithium device.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Can
Need a
can
third.
can waking up be one?
Yeah, this is all a horrible bad dream. What a twist.
that the doctor is having. Please wake up, doctor. Everybody on the bridge pinches the doctor.
Yeah, I could give anti-hallucinogens to everybody.
Throw Shran up there. He's on the bridge.
I have no. I really am completely at a loss.
So I need a valid third one.
What is another Star Trek word? And put another normal word after that.
I'm afraid it doesn't work that way.
Are you
It's
saying
actually
we
gotta
can't
make-
solve this by a wharf car? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I am 100% telling you that. Oh, frack me.
That's an option too.
Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing other than impulsing through the damn thing, but
Did
that
we-
didn't
did
work
we
the last
try-
time.
I guess we already tried matter antimatter explosion with the warp core ejection.
Yeah.
What about an anti-tachyon beam?
I don't think there's such thing as an anti-tachyon.
Yeah, I said that.
Okay.
We could try an anti-trilithium device.
No. Okay, now we're just getting silly.
No, we were getting silly 20 minutes ago.
Fair enough.
Longer than that, actually. Probably closer to... After the first 3 failures, you guys have been coming up with just random shit.
That's because that was it. That was the end of our good ideas.
Okay, I'll count that as number 2, if you want.
No, that's number 3, because we got chronoton explosion, trilithium device,
Oh.
and the bullshit that I put.
Okay. Go fish.
And we're dead.
Not yet. Getting close, though.
The thing is, I don't have enough information to even postulate anymore.
Well,
Yeah,
we do know it had something to do with the phasers, the shields, or the purging chronotons. But it wasn't exactly one of those. I think we could...
I've literally gone through every permutation of phasers I could think of.
Have we gone through every permutation of purging and chronotons? Or not purging and chronotons?
Keithran's been awfully quiet.
Can we cut a hole that'll vent them, even if it doesn't, like, let us out?
So, you guys probably don't.
I wanna
You guys
jump
probably
off.
forget what information I did give you was that the black hole is sucking up the chronotons.
Yeah, we heard
And the
that.
removal of the chronotons is causing space to close in on it.
Yes.
So we need to add chronotons.
You guys already had that. I took that as a suggestion about 4 or 5 tries ago. So
What
and I
about
said no.
Ship. What about flying the ship close to the event horizon and extending the shields around the black?
You can, I guess you can have that as one. So that'd be your first.
We've thought of a chronoton bomb, haven't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
But we haven't thought of an anti-chronoton bomb.
That would just, from what he's saying, that would just cause the thing to close in on us faster. I want to develop the board cutting beam.
First,
What,
we'd
you
have
think
to
I'm
develop the
kidding?
board.
More will take that hit.
So I have just extend the shields around the black hole.
Could we build a transphasic cloak and just you be in a different like layer?
So, I'm gonna just go ahead and just rule that out without giving you guys a penalty for it, because one, you've never really, Starfleet has not gathered or essentially stolen a cloaking device from the Romulans or Klingons, so you guys have no idea how to make a cloaking device, let alone a multiphasic cloaking device.
The techno.
It lied to you, I know. It will do that.
We have to stop the black hole. Somehow. Question: have any of you guys seen the TV series Andromeda?
Nope.
Yes.
But if they did something in there, use it.
Yes, I have.
Do we have anything that is the equivalent of a Nova bomb?
Yeah, no.
I mean,
The strongest
Right,
thing you
no.
have on the ship is a photon torpedo
and a warp core.
and a warp core. And a warp core would be essentially equivalent that of a Nova bomb in a way.
But we only got one, we don't have 13.
Yes.
Yes, we have. Yeah, we've gone through about 12 or 13 different cycles of this already. Huh. Too bad Slipstream doesn't quite work that way here in this.
Can we try and magically invent a jump drive? We know about that.
So you want to create an artificial wormhole.
No.
That's
From
simply what I've done.
Discovery.
No, that's different. Okay, you want to use one.
Spore
you
drive.
you would have to collect spores, and you do not have the facilities to have spores. And one, you are missing a tardigrade, essentially.
We're missing
Peter.
literally everything.
You're
or
missing
a Peter.
everything. Yeah, or
Also,
Peters.
our ship can't twist and flip.
Yeah, and your ship is pretty much not designed to go through the mycelium network or whatever it's called.
But we could do shrooms and get the same effect.
I mean, technically, yes. Help us, Keithron. Have you thought of anything? Because we got nothing.
If I think of something, I'll say it.
Can we use a tractor beam or something? I don't know. Can we use a tractor beam to cover the surface of the black hole in a tractor beam so that it can't suck things?
Or like a reverse tractor beam the bubble. Keep it a repulsor beam. For space.
Okay, so you have extend shields around the black hole, and you want to do a repulsive beam on the black hole to try.
No,
and...
on space, on the barrier. Keep it from closing in on us.
Oh.
Any more than it has.
I mean, I want to project a beam over the surface of the black hole. How
Yeah,
big is the
what?
black hole? Do we know that?
It's not incredibly big. It's about the size. It's slightly. I mean, it's larger than what.
It's that size compared to the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, this entire time, for some reason, I've been thinking of a black hole that's like the size of a star or something. Yeah, can we just like cover the surface in some kind of beam? Like phaser the beam? Not phaser the beam, phaser the surface? Or like tractor beam it?
I mean,
Tractor beam the black hole.
I want to cover the surface of the black hole in some kind of energy field. And like a wide area beam, I guess, could do that. I don't know.
so we're gonna rope a black hole.
But like three-dimensionally rope it so that it's covered on all of the sides.
You just gotta tell me what you want to cover the black hole with.
Yeah, but like a beam, like a tractor beam.
Okay,
I guess.
but what kind of... But what element or what particle are you gonna use?
I don't know what tractor beams are made out of.
Anti-chronotons, fuck it, why not?
Yeah,
No.
we're gonna do it. We can't do that.
No, so, okay, you want to create an anti-chronoton field around the black hole, an anti-chronoton.
Not really. I just want to create a field of energy around the black hole that the chronotons can't get through. So I don't know what that is.
He wants
Like,
to stop
is that-
feeding it.
Is that a tetryon? Is that a proton?
I don't know what kind of beam that would be. But I get the idea, I just don't know what type of beam that would be.
Let's say tetryon.
That, I mean, the general idea is using the tractor beam to stop the feeding of the black hole.
Yeah.
So that it just snuffs itself out.
So a tetryon, like,
Tetryon doesn't do it doesn't work that way. I don't think.
I mean, I don't think
it's a
tetryons work
weapon beam.
anyway.
Yeah, it's what the Hirogen were using.
Yeah, but
When
it's
they-
kind of like Star Trek, so it's like they tell us what it is, but they don't really tell us what it is.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, what else can we use? Chronotons?
Chronotons would
Anti-chronotons?
make it worse. Anti-chronotons would probably cause an explosion.
Tachyons may work, but
We'll
possibly
use
not.
tachyon. We'll do a tachyon beam.
Like a tachyon net kind of thing.
Tachyon net. There.
Tachyon net around the black hole. So I have you at 2. Extend shields around the black hole. Create a tachyon or a tachyon field or tachyon net around the black hole. Okay.
Have we met the ones with the net? The little
Tholians?
spider people? No.
Oh, you're talking about the Tholians?
Yeah, do we know about the Tholians?
Yeah, you know about the Tholians.
Can we adapt their web thing?
No.
No,
Can we? No.
no. You lack the equipment on the ship.
Yep. Now I'm kind of curious on how to rip a hole in subspace to try and get through this without killing us all.
Technically, your warp drive Rip's subspace. Every time you go to warp it, it damages subspace.
Yeah, but I have a crazy idea and I don't know if it'll work. But I have
Well-
a focusing warp drive system, so what I want
Well-
to do is... I don't know if I can, and I probably can't, but I want to essentially activate the warp drive, but funnel that particular energy through the deflector dish. Basically causing our warp drive to become a big gun.
I don't think you can even. I don't even think that's even possible.
I mean, I've seen
'Cause actually
weirder
the
shit
warp
in Star
drive-
Trek.
Yeah, but essentially the warp drive creates a bubble, and if you go by kind of real world physics, it's just negative energy that you're contracting and expanding.
Yeah. Well, I tried.
What about transmitting a chronoton field around the area of space,
You
like
already
they
had
did
that
in the
as a
Voyager
suggestion.
episode? It's a little different, but okay.
We don't have minds, do we? No?
No,
You would have to make them, and I highly doubt you have enough time.
what about trying to polarize the chronotons?
You're talking about chronotons are a subatomic particle. That actually rapidly kind of decay at a really quick rate. So
Send out our own distress call.
well, I will take the distress call as one of them. So you have extend the shields around the black hole, tachyon net around the black hole, and a distress call. Are those the ones you're going to go with?
Can anybody else think of another one?
I can't. If this isn't it, we're probably...
Yep.
Let's go for it.
I will allow one of these.
Oh, fuck.
Now we can probably only work on one of these.
With the time we have left, yeah.
I vote Tachyon Net.
Yeah.
Fuck it, go for it.
Okay, so who's project lead for the tachyon net?
Probably
It's an engineering
Mer.
task? Yeah.
Yep.
It's probably me.
Give me a control plus engineering difficulty 5.
Sure. Deflector systems is a focus.
Sure.
Since it's a tractor beam. Okay, cool.
You're gonna need a value.
Yeah, I am. Measure twice, cut once. For the auto crit. Or married to the ship. I don't want it to go.
I'll take Mary to the ship.
Cool.
And you have 4 momentum.
I need, what, 2 for another dice?
Spend all 4 and give him 1 threat.
Yep, 4 dice. That's what I'm gonna do, because I also still get cautious engineering. Please, God, no, don't fuck me. Oh, I'm gonna re-roll that complication, please. And yes. God damn it!
You still
Whoops.
got it though. You still got 5.
Nah.
He got 6
yeah, you have
actually.
5.
I got 6.
Can I give you the threat, please? Oh,
Sure, I
fuck me, running.
accidentally deleted the black hole.
I mean, hopefully that was
Hooray, we're
appropriate.
saved.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Oh, son of a bitch.
What are
Extend
our
the
other
fucking
ones?
shields, like, now.
Okay, we'll extend the shields.
And that would be a security task.
What is that? Yeah, give me a... Why is it doing this? Damn it. Alright. Yeah, it's not the same size. There we go.
Tachyon made it smaller for you.
Yeah. Give me control plus security difficulty 5.
Value, I must protect the ship and its crew, or sometimes phasers are no good.
Alright. You gonna give me a 5 threat?
Yeah, I'm giving you 5 threat, mainly because I have bold security.
Alright, and I'm gonna spend 4 of it to up the complication range to 3.
Do any of my focuses apply?
Let me look. No.
Well, here goes nothing.
No, you got it, and you can re-roll the 0.
And I can reroll.
At least it was better than mine.
So you successfully extend the shields around the black hole. And while you're doing that, the ship is taking damage from the black hole. Structure, weapons, structure. In a flash of light, the ship, you guys find yourself in an area of space that is complete. Where you were before, as you come out of warp, like essentially think of it as time is resetting on you. Come out of warp and you find yourselves where you thought there was a distress call. There is nothing there. However, on your view screen, even though your sensors are blank, you see a vacant portal and a ship fly through it that you cannot ascertain what it is.
Should we follow it?
and the portal closes behind them shortly after. And with that concludes the end of this mission.
Jesus.